In July of 2019, I was run over by a drunk driver at 9:30 in the morning while I was on my bike. I saw him coming at me and I was able to stop, but he didn't stop. He just ran me over and then kept going. I was banged up pretty badly, crushed my arm, my leg was run over, my helmet broke, hit my head. So I was kind of a mess. I couldn't function, of course, for a while, was in the hospital for a bit. And then when I returned home, a really good friend of mine sent me a text and said that while I was healing, she really wanted me to check out Dr. Dispenza. And she knew that I would heal properly if I listened to and followed his work. So I had nothing better to do. And I meditate in the past or in my life, normally a few minutes here and there, meditate. But I opened up Dr. Joe's work on that YouTube link, and the first impression I had was space. And I wasn't sure what to think, but I love my dear friend, and I know she has my best interests at heart. So I listened to her, and I listened to Dr. Joe, and for hours every day, I would sit on my porch and listen to him talk. I would find everything I could on YouTube, and I bought his meditations. And at that time, I was off work for about 8 weeks, and I couldn't really function very well. So I just meditated. I meditated all day long. I couldn't sleep. I would meditate and just listen to Dr. Joe's voice. And I love in space. So for all of you out there that think that that word is a little weird, I love it. It's my anchor. I love his voice. I love how he brings us to ourselves and beyond ourselves. I healed and was able to get back to work, and I purchased the intensive course online. I couldn't travel, and this was before COVID, 2019. I couldn't travel, so I just did the course, the 9-week course, on my own, and just went through it. And I loved every minute of it. It just made so much sense, and I've just devoured everything that I could since then. This is my first masterclass, or my first in-person conference, and I couldn't be happier. I wasn't fast enough to get into some of the others that were in the States, and Denver happened to be the one that I got into, and it was perfectly aligned. I've met some really beautiful people. So Dr. Joe saved me. I believe that my healing was wonderfully aligned and perfect according to the way it was supposed to be. And I have no doubt that if I hadn't followed him and continued to follow him, his work and the community, things would be a lot different for me.